Hi, this is Gila. So, although I'm not American, I'm actually married to one, and I've got into watching a little bit about American politics and have been following some of the President Trump saga from the beginning, really, from when he first decided to run for president. And I'm just amazed at what is called Trump derangement syndrome. That there's this great impetus. We need to get him. We need to impeach him. Even though, what has he done? He didn't collude with Russia. I mean, why on earth did anybody think he had? It was crazy from the outset. And actually, he seems to have been a rather good president so far. The economy in America is doing a lot better than it was before he took power. And yet, the Democrats are absolutely crazed about, we have to impeach him, we have to hold the Attorney General Barr in contempt for not coming to answer deliberately pointed questions from lawyers when he didn't actually need to constitutionally at all. And then we have this growing anti-Semitism in the Democrats and in Britain, in the British Labour Party, and the absolutely pathetic performance by Mrs. May in supposedly trying to free us from the EC. The whole world seems to be going crazy. Now, is it me simply growing older, or is it the world? I mean, there's never been a time when the world was an amazingly wonderful place, unless perhaps you count the Garden of Eden. Life was just as complicated and difficult when I was young than it is today. And in my grandparents' time, life was actually a lot tougher in many ways. There was no golden age when everything was right and moral and good and upright. But there was perhaps a sense that this was something to aspire to, that morals were good things, that Britain was a great country, that people were free to say whatever they wanted, and should be able to explore and talk rationally and without being shouted down. And yet it seems there's this absurd concept that if you are not a liberal, if you don't hold views that even a generation ago would be thought extreme and totally irrational, actually, that there's something wrong with you. You must be a fascist, a bigot, or a racist, that's a good one, or a sexist, or a misogynist, or it seems that you can only be a racist if you're not white. You can only be a sexist if you're not female. You can only be bigoted if you don't hold the left-leaning liberal ideas that tend to be promoted in universities, in the news, by most mainstream media, and so on. Something crazy seems to be happening. What do you think? Do you think the world is going crazy, or am I just getting older? What's wrong with thinking morality is a good thing? Many of us don't necessarily keep everything that we believe should be kept, but it's something to aspire to. And don't we all admire somebody who actually does have good moral principles and actually lives up to them? Don't they have far more impact on us than somebody who's lying and deceiving and cheating and just out for themselves? Okay, well, what do you think? Is the world going crazy? Thank you so much for listening. It's nearly the weekend, so have a good one, and take care. Goodbye.